your willingness to see it through, to be able to see it through to the other side, to see what's on the other side of whatever it is you're going through. That is one of the biggest things that will make a difference in how you go about your day to day actions. Are you seeing the long term vision? Are you seeing what's on the other side of this adversity? Or are you allowing the adversity to be all that you see? You see, in our society, and just generally speaking, it's very easy to do this. It's very easy to focus so much so on the hardest thing going on in that moment, most stressful thing that's going on. Well, why would it not be, right? It's stressful. In prehistoric times, something stressful is something deadly or harmful. Well, let's stay away from dying, right? That's our natural instinct. So how can we develop the tendency to revert that tendency, right? How can we develop it to where we're not so focused on the impact or the negative impact waiting at the door? We are thinking about the positive thing that's waiting for us in the future. How can we change our mindset to where we actually do know that there is a better thing coming, that there is something greater coming, and we don't need to worry so much? We've all been there, right? There's things that I'm telling you guys this because this is something I'm realizing on a day-to-day basis, and I've seen it play out in my life many times. When I spent the most time worrying and stressing about whatever was going on, that's when it only got worse, or when things didn't get as much better as they could. But when I focus on the impact, when I focus on the long term, the adversity seems a lot smaller. When I think about what's going on a week from now, what I have going on today doesn't seem as bad. But if I just focus my attention on that negative thing that's right now, well, that's only going to hurt me. That's only going to continue to expand that energy, expand that universal situation, right? Because everything in the universe is always expanding. So, what are you doing today to think long term? What are you doing in your process that's going to help you remember the long term? Are you remembering in general that there is a different situation, that there is a different entire reality that you could be living in right now? Help remind yourself that there are things going on outside of your life than what's going on in your life right here today. You have to build that vision for the future, that vision for a different reality. This might seem very foreign to you, what I'm talking about. Maybe because you don't build the vision for yourself enough. You don't build the vision so you actually have something to be excited about and work for. You see, I encounter many struggles every single day. And what keeps me going is my connection to my higher vision. It's my connection to my greater version of myself and the best version of my life. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have gratitude for the present moment. I still do my best to stay in the present moment. Very important there. But when things get hard and it's very easy to be stressed out in the present moment, I'm connected. I know how to reconnect to that greater vision and remember that this is just a road bump. This is just really something that's going to help me push forward much stronger, whatever the adversity is, whatever the struggle is. You see, you got to develop that mindset that everything is happening for your benefit. Everything is happening for your benefit. That means that all the struggles, all the issues you go through, some way, shape, or form are going to make you better. They're going to prepare you more for the life that's coming. Christians talk about this a lot. God only gives a battle to someone who knows he can handle it. Even when that happens, though, plenty of us give up or give in. Plenty of us go against what you could say God or the universe wants for us. Why is that? Well, we're focused on the short term. We're focused on the things that hurt the most rather than the things that could actually be, rather than the actual impact. We think too much of ourselves rather than others. You see, if I'm trying to change the world and I get so caught up in my own personal bubble that I can't get out of my own way to do anything for other people, well, I ain't changing nothing. I can't even change myself. But if I can look past the first inclination that I have, if I can look past the first emotional reaction that I have, if I can look past what my paradigm believes for a greater reason, for a real mission, such as changing the world in whatever way, that is being selfless. That is being held accountable to a righteous accord. As Neville Goddard would say, that is being righteous. That is being righteous, following in the footsteps that you should, following in the footsteps that your greater self left, that the highest version of you left, that the divinity within you left for you. And to sin, in Goddard's eyes, to sin would just be to forget about it. To sin would just be to go against the greater vision. It would be to go against the long term, just for the short term benefit. And this is easily understandable, right? If we are constantly chasing pleasure, constantly chasing things that make us feel good right here in the moment, but not long term, well, of course we're not going to be developing anything worthwhile. We're going to be sinning to ourselves. We're not living up to our highest potential. But if we're being righteous and we're fighting for the good we know, and we're living up to our highest potential and our highest standard, or at least on that path, which is the highest standard, might I add, of course we're going to get something better. We're going to get to a better place. We're going to actually accomplish the things that we set out to accomplish. And we're going to do it with the help of the universe. We're going to do it with the help of God. If you're not spiritual, you're just doing it for yourself. You're doing it, but in connection to other people. You see, because that's an entirely different concept that many people that are against spirituality, not all, but a lot of people who are against spirituality as a whole, really just don't realize their true connection to other humans. That's a different concept. What I was saying was, if it irks you to not have God on your side, right? You don't want to. That's not something you're okay with saying or thinking, and the universe for some reason isn't either. Right? Because the universe and God are one and the same to me. They're working for you. They're working with you if you choose to have their help. If those things stand out to you and it doesn't really resonate, then think about for other people. Because that's what it's really all about, in my opinion. Being greater humans for other humans. Living up to the greatest potential. Leaving our souls' impact on the physical world. I believe spirituality is just an interconnectedness between us all. And so when we can see that and we can reason with that and really believe the impact we can have from soul to soul, well, that has a lot more depth. That has a lot more continuity, if you will, for actions and alignment with a greater purpose. So work with the universe, work with God, work for other humans in a great way. I mean, like from the inside. You want to express your good to the world for and with yourself. For the greater good. Don't work for other people just because it's what you have to do and you feel like you have to work for somebody or you have to for monetary purposes or some other worldly desire. Learn how to express yourself in a way that truly symbolizes who you are on the inside and the goodness you want to see, the change you want to see within the world. That's why you work for other people. To leave the impact, to leave the legacy that you want to leave. With the help of the universe, with the help of God, it's all possible. With the idea and with the help of your symbolic spiritual connection and nature, you can do it all. Think long term, brother. Break out of the short term chain, that instant gratification cycle that keeps you like a hamster on a wheel or a zombie in another case. I love you guys. You got this. Be the individual that can do it all with the help of God, the universe, and the Spirit. You got this, guys. I love you.